investigation into Froome's use of asthma drug. London, AP. Cycling's governing body was clear. Chris Froome returned an adverse finding, failing a drugs test. The five-time Tour de France champion insists it was not a positive test. But the UCI wants to know why a urine sample provided by Froome at the Spanish Vuelta in September showed a concentration of the asthma drug, salbutamol, that was twice the level permitted by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Given cycling's long struggle to eradicate doping, Froome realizes the challenge he has clearing his name. Obviously the sport is coming from a place with a very dark background, the Team Sky frontman said in an interview aired by British broadcasters on Wednesday. I have tried to do everything throughout my career to try and show the sport has turned around. Certainly in my case now I certainly don't feel there was any wrongdoing. Froome's use of asthma medication is no secret, and he has also been granted therapeutic use exemptions to treat chest infections that aggravated his condition. A look at the issues around Froome's use of salbutamol. What is allowed? WADA permits salbutamol to be taken through inhalation only, in limited amounts. Through an inhaler, athletes with asthma can take up to 1,600 micrograms every 24 hours but cannot exceed 800 micrograms within 12 hours. The permitted concentration of salbutamol allowed in a urine sample cannot exceed 1,000 nanograms per milliliter. The sample given by Froome contains 2,000 nanograms per milliliter. Classified as a beta-2 agonist and often sold as Ventolin, salbutamol helps to relieve the symptoms of asthma by expanding lung capacity. I know what those rules are, I know what those limits are, and I have never been over those limits, Froome said. I have got a very clear routine when I use my inhaler and how many times. I have given all that information to the UCI to help get to the bottom of it. Anti-doping rules governing the use of salbutamol have been gradually relaxed. Until 2010, athletes needed a doctor's note to use it. Now, they do not. It is not classed in the same category as hardcore doping drugs and methods like blood boosters and blood transfusions. According to Swiss physiologist Raphael Face, a non-asthmatic who takes the equivalent of 800 micrograms would see their performance improved by around 2%. It can be used in a performance-enhancing capacity to increase endurance, especially if taken intravenously or in tablet form, which is banned by WADA. What can affect test results? According to Face, intense effort, fatigue and dehydration can affect urine concentrations of salbutamol in doping tests. Everyone excretes and metabolizes salbutamol in different ways. Some individuals may have a greater metabolism and excretion rate that may cause the salbutamol concentration to be increased, said Dr. John Dickinson, an expert in respiratory problems in athletes, based in Britain's University of Kent. The World Anti-Doping Agency are aware of this and they will ask any athlete with adverse levels to provide evidence to explain why. What is next? Froome has not been suspended, but now he has to explain why his sample contained excessive amounts of salbutamol when the other 20 samples he provided at the Spanish Vuelta did not. I am not going to admit through a grand tour that, yes, I am suffering with something, because the next day my rivals will come out absolutely swinging, Froome said. Froome's backup B sample has confirmed the results of the initial test, according to the UCI, cycling's governing body. There are complex medical and physiological issues which affect the metabolism and excretion of salbutamol, said Dave Brailsford, team principal at Sky. We're committed to establishing the facts and understanding exactly what happened on this occasion. I have the utmost confidence that Chris followed the medical guidance in managing his asthma symptoms, staying within the permissible dose for salbutamol. Of course, we will do whatever we can to help address these questions. Previous cases. Italian cyclist Diego Ulissi was banned for 9 months in 2015 after a urine sample showed 1900 nanograms per milliliter of salbutamol, almost double the permitted amount. He said he took Ventolin at the 2014 Giro d'Italia because he had bronchospasms. Norwegian cross-country skier Martin Johnsrud Sundby lost his 2015 overall World Cup and Tour de Ski titles. While the medication is normally applied by a handheld metric dose inhaler, Johnsrud Sundby used a nebulizer and exceeded the allowed maximum dose of salbutamol. An International Ski Federation doping panel ruled that Johnsrud Sundby didn't breach anti-doping rules. But WADA was successful in appealing in 2016 that a doping infringement had been committed, after showing Johnsrud Sundby had not obtained an exemption to use a higher dose. Kazakhstan ice hockey player Ilya Solariev was banned for 2 years in 2013. Solariev claimed that he used salbutamol to treat breathing problems, but he was found to be trying to enhance his sports performance.